It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Browar Staropolskie in Poland, and this is a bottle of their unfiltered pale lager. Now, if some of you have watched my previous beer reviews, I feel like I've said this before. I feel like I've said that they brewed some unfiltered lager before in a swing top bottle, but they changed the label a little bit on this one. This one is 4.7% ABV. I really like the depiction here of a man with a sledgehammer and a man with a fork, a pitchfork. And it's the idea of two people working in two different industries. Maybe one's a farmer, maybe one's a builder, and they come together at the end of the day after the hard day's work and they share a beer together. This is synonymous with the European, or the world industrial revolution that went on 100 odd years ago. Half-litre bottle, dark brown bottle with a nice swing top cap. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Wow, look at this, nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening, beer in the glass. We got a 3-finger white head. Still a little bit of a gruff voice going on. Good levels of carbonation. It's definitely unfiltered, definitely hazy. £2.50 a bottle. I picked this up in my local Polish shop, place called Delikatesy Miss in Cardiff. Great selection of different Polish beers. Great selection of different Polish foods. So good carbonation, even carbonation, nice and hazy. Let's get the aroma then on the beer. There's no sediment though in the bottom of the glass. Aroma. Whoa, this one's slightly hoppier than maybe previous beers that I've had from this brewery. Still a little worty, a little bit of a wort aroma coming through. Malty, biscuity. But peppery and spicy, this one. You definitely get more of like a little bit of lemon, a little bit of maybe a floral aroma from the hop coming through. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's good. It is a good beer. It's very nice. I'll go with some flavours first on the beer. It's generally what I kind of described in the aroma, really. It's a lot of this brewery's beers, they do lean towards the wortier side of brewing beer, if that makes sense. If you've been to a brewery and you've experienced trying wort as they transfer the beer from vessel to vessel, to boil kettle, from the mash tun, you will understand that you get to try this wort. There's a little tap, you get to try, there might be a little clear panel, you can see the colour of the wort as it's going through as well. Well, if you try warm wort from a brewery, it's nice in the winter, nice warm glass of wort, but it's malty without any of the hops, and it's quite kind of like raw tasting, very kind of like, you get a lot of that malt, a lot of the malt. The Browar Staropolskie beers have reminded me of that, quite wort-like. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of the flavour. In terms of balance, it is a little bit of a kind of a hop finish on the back end, but it's definitely leaning towards being a sweeter beer, as I've mentioned. So if it was a tightrope walker or a hang glider, it would be kind of leaning a bit like this, more towards being sweeter than bitter. And this leads me to someone's comment on my YouTube channel on a previous Browar Staropolskie beer. Now, I've reviewed, this will be, unless I find one hidden out the back there somewhere, but this should be the last beer that I've been able to pick up in their range. And they've been really good. I've really enjoyed them. But if I was to be kind of like maybe a little bit kind of negative or offer some constructive criticism, the person who left a comment on YouTube said this brewery had such an opportunity to do things different and they chose not to. It was a disappointment for the Polish public that this brewery just didn't quite hit the heights that maybe they were promising, or maybe that they wanted to do. They've been around a long time. Somebody bought the brewery recently and has kind of like invested some money, and they were going to do things differently. But a lot of their beers are the same. My constructive criticism is a lot of their beers are the same. The last one now I'm drinking, I'm thinking this could be like many other beers that I've reviewed from this Browar Staropolskie. But on a positive note, it's still relatively cheap. It's £2.50 a bottle. Pick them up in a Polish bottle shop, and I mean it's still quite good value for money. It's not the most expensive beer I've purchased. So my rating, I'm going to say this is a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.